Hello, everyone. I'm so glad to have you back at Mary's Little House by way of YouTube. Oh, I have a special video today to share with you. One of my favorite artists, Sister Marie Innocentia Hummel. She was a Franciscan sister of the con of Siesen, Siesen, the Franciscan Sisters of Siesen. She was a member of that congregation. And I'm so happy that you all know about her. Probably you've seen her figurines; they're world famous. Here's a bust of Sister right here, Sister Innocentia Marie Hummel. Uh, Cindy got this at an antique store by Springfield, Illinois, the capital of our state of Illinois. And she was so delighted. This is a special edition just for club members. We weren't club members, but was it club members of the Hummel Club. That's one of the privileges of membership was to get these special edition things. And that bust of Sister Marie Innocentia, dressed in her habit of the Franciscan Sisters of Siesen, was a real gift. She was so excited because she too, as I, love her Sister Maria Innocentia Hummel and her figurines. I'm always calling all of you to proclaim the gospel. The gospel of the good news of Jesus Christ, of the love of the Father who so loved us to send us Jesus, and so he could suffer and die and rise, that we could save us from sin and death and give us life now and eternal life forever in heaven. Well, that's the gospel. But Sister Marie Innocentia Hummel proclaimed the gospel through beauty. Through beauty is showing the beauty and wonder of goodness and of innocence and enchantment of God's love when it's reflected especially in nature, but also in the human being. And one of her favorite themes were children. And she drew children of the tradespeople, the living in the village. These were the children that were her models. They were living there. I mean, it wasn't some figment of the imagination. She drew these children as they were the models, and they were the models of wonder and of innocence and of beauty and of goodness. And that disposes the soul to openness to God, because He's the source of goodness, He's the source of beauty, He's the source of innocence and freshness and newness and life. And her art just exuded this God's the image of God in creation and in the human person. When it's open to God, unless you be as little children, you shall not enter the kingdom of God, as Jesus said. Let me show you some of the things, and I'll continue to talk about her life. Above her, the bust there, you see the children. They're just total glee, total joy, total. I mean, if you wanted to find a human expression of joy and of Christian joy, it's right there in that picture. The little boy, he's holding up a flower, and the little girl just absolutely. Oh, you can't see it very well. Oh, man, I hope I don't do any damage here. But it's just a picture of total happiness and joy. The little girl there, just beaming with a smile, and the boy just yelling and holding up a little flower, looking through the window there, with the shutters and the flower box there below. And this is typical of Bavaria. All of this is in Bavaria. This is the home of our present Holy Father, Benedict the 16th. He is from Bavaria. Beautiful, beautiful province in Germany. So that's a good example. The Sister Marie Innocentia Hummel. I a family that I got to be very close to uh, knew how much I loved Hummels, and this was given to me, and it'll become is part of Mother of God Ministries now to share with the whole world. This is the little girl in the apple tree, and this is a very classic one. All the Hummels are classified and everything. They're because they're so world famous and so treasured by the whole world. This is an authentic Hummel. On the back, you could tell it's a bumblebee. Hummel like sounds like hummel, 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 the bumblebee sound, and it's got a bumblebee with a V there. The Hummel, the trademark. This was given to me. She did a lot of religious themes. In fact, in her convent in Sessen, she did designs for the vestments for the altar, for the priest's vestments, and for the linen of the altar. And here's one of her most enduring designs, I think, is a little shepherd, Jesus the Good Shepherd. He is looking so tenderly at that little sheep, pleading for his attention at the bottom of the thing, and another sheep he has on his shoulders. I love this one. This was given to me by a family in St. Paul, Minnesota. And the husband says, if I ever hear that you gave this away, because I'm known to give things away, I don't know what he's going to do to me, but he wouldn't be very happy. So I still have it, but now it will be not mine, but Mother of God Ministries now and when I die. It's already it. Well, this is the little Good Shepherd. You just see the expression, the tenderness and care of the boy shepherd here. There were a lot of shepherds in Bavaria. She did a lot of things with sheep and shepherds. When you see her work. She didn't do the figurines here, like that picture there. That's what she did. She did the pictures, and later on they became famous by having them in figurines. This is a Hummel of a little girl with apples again. They celebrate the seasons with so much joy and processions and maypoles and harvest fests and Oktoberfests but all in a Christian atmosphere. This is a little girl just looking, is contemplating something there on the ground, filled with a basket of apples. And here's a little boy with his lederhosen. And these were real kids. That she was a little boy with lederhosens, and he has a bouquet, and he's looking at a little cloud that's in the sky there, and with his walking stick and his big boots. It's just so cute. He's a lot of the Traveler. There's a famous one of the Traveler, the Wanderer. That's what it's called. When you see her collections, but this is a constant theme here with the little walking stick and the shepherd's stick and the shepherd's crook. Now she's been imitated. I already showed you the little girl. This is an imitation. So many of the figurines all imitate her work. So I call them the almost Hummel figurines. Here's a little boy praying. This is not, but it looks just like her work. So she was imitated so much after she died. Here's a little girl praying. It looks like Cindy when she was a little girl. She has a star on her. Well, you can't see it very well. It's a yellow star on her skirt. And we always have the great love for the star because the shepherds followed the star to find Jesus. And we're all to follow our own star to find Jesus. And the star, it is God's will, our daily duty, to keep our eyes on what He is doing in our daily lives. Okay, just a little bit about her. Her name was Bertha before she got her religious name. Sister Marie Innocentia Hummel, a Franciscan sister of Sessen. That's the place where the convent is, the Franciscan convent. She died very young. She died of tuberculosis at the age of 37 on November 6, 1946. I read her biography, and it was so beautiful. She was a lovely sister. She was most generous. I thought, not knowing that she died of tuberculosis, I thought she died of just of exhaustion, because the demands of the convent life, the demands of people just asking her to do their portrait. One of the chapters, I think it's called Draw Me, Bertha, Draw Me, Bertha, that the little kids, and as she grew up, she would be very generous with her brush and paint, and I just think she wore herself out. But I understand also as tuberculosis was the cause of her death. But she was very generous and very holy. And my dream is that maybe someday her cause for canonization might be raised to the altar, since she's touched so many people all over the world by her beautiful images of innocence and goodness and beauty and wonder. She's got God's image, God's presence suffused through this beauty that she has created in her painting and made into her images all over the world. So I'm just so glad to share this with you, our love for Sister Marie Innocentia Hummel, and encourage you, when you get a chance to go to those stores. The Hummels are the figurines are very expensive, but at least we can look at them. And I dream, I live in a place in Belleville where there are many German families that started their lives out there, and there were breweries, good beer here, lots of breweries with good spring water burbling up from the earth. And I hope that maybe someday we might have a Hummel village of quaint Bavarian houses, and we have a group of wood carvers, Bavarians known for the wood carvers and for their beautiful creches, their nativities, carved from wood. In fact, the inside crib in the St. Peter's in the Vatican is carved by a Bavarian wood carver. They're world famous. In one of our parishes at Blessed Sacrament, one of our biggest parishes in our diocese of Belleville, Illinois, has wood carved figures of the Christ Child, of the Nativity in their church. They're just beautiful and graceful and lovely. So I'm just so excited to share the joy and happiness that Sister Marie Innocentia gives the world, and proclaims the gospel through beauty and goodness and loveliness, all that is good and beautiful in the children, in the seasons. She paints just all around her the beauty of her culture and the beauty of nature and the beauty of human beings who are open to Jesus and innocent and good and beautiful. All that we are all called to be too. And she paints not just for Bavaria, but for the whole world. She's known throughout the whole world. So let us be thankful for the gift of Sister Marie Innocentia Hummel, and for all the graces and the beauty that she has given our world. God bless you.